All right, so we solved this problem just a second ago on Desmos, and we know that the answer was -11, and that was our graphical representation. But now we're going to go ahead and solve it by hand. So you're going to be taking notes on this today. All right, so we have 1 over x minus 1 over x minus 7 and x plus 4 over x squared minus 7x. And in the problem, they were originally k's, but we just switched them out the x's to make them a little bit easy. So the first thing you're going to do is we are going to focus in on factoring the denominator. Okay, so let's do that, denominator. Okay, and so once I have that, I'm going to say, okay, well, 1 over x cannot be factored. 1 over x minus 7 cannot be factored. But I do know that x plus 4, the x squared minus 7x can be factored. I can factor out a x on that. So I'm going to write x parentheses x minus 7. Now, in a previous lessons, we've learned how do we find a common denominator. That is going to be number 2 is going to be our common denominator. Okay, and when we find a common denominator on this, remember we need to look for things that each one of them has and what the other ones are missing. So for example, you'll notice on this first one, we have an x, but we do not have an x minus 7. So I'm going to put x minus 7 here. What I do to the bottom, or the denominator, we do to the numerator. Okay, and you'll notice here that on the middle one, we have an x minus 7, but we just don't have an x by itself. So I'm going to add multiplying by an x to the bottom and the top. And then what you'll also notice is the last one right over here has both of them already, x and x minus 7. So we have a common denominator, which is just simply x and x minus 7. So now at this point, I'm going to write a big gigantic fraction. I'm going to have x times x minus 7 equals to x times x minus 7. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus in on the numerators now. So we have the numerator on this side, which is just simply x minus 7. We distribute in the 1, but it just leaves it as x minus 7. And then we have minus 1 times x, which is x, and that is equal to x plus 4. Well, because the denominators are equal, the only way that these fractions can be equal is if the numerators are equal. So number 3, once we have a common denominator, we solve with the numerators. Okay, so that is it. All I got to do is take that out and do that piece. So let's circle that out. And I say, all right, well, in that case, let's just mess with the numerators. I've got x minus 7 minus x equals to x plus 4. Okay, well, I know that x minus x, they're going to cancel out. That leaves me with a -7 equals to x plus 4. Okay, we do the basic algebra. I need to get rid of that +4 there. So I'm going to subtract 4 over. And that is going to give me x equals to -11. All right. So there is our algebraic solving that connects to the graphical solving that we did with Desmos in our previous video. I hope that helps you out, and I hope you took good notes on this.